Did you know that while millions lose everything in a crisis, a select few quietly build fortunes? What sets these winners apart isn't luck, but the way they think and act in times of chaos. Today, you'll discover the secret to turning moments of fear into opportunities that can transform your financial life forever. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Crisis. Many people see a crisis as the end of the road. Negative news, unemployment, and financial instability fuel collective fear. It feels like the world is collapsing with no way out. This is the perfect scenario for most to give up, but it's also the ideal scenario for those who can see beyond appearances. The first lesson is simple. A crisis doesn't mean total destruction, it means transformation. With every challenge, new ways of living, consuming, and working emerge. Those who focus only on the problem freeze. Those who can identify the change find the opportunity. Throughout history, the greatest fortunes weren't built in calm times but in moments of chaos. Wealthy families, business empires, and successful investors rose precisely because, when everyone else was scared, they saw a new path. Think about it. A crisis is like a storm. Many hide from the rain, but a few seize the water to plant seeds that will grow when the sun shines again. This is the mindset that separates losers from wealth builders. At its core, a crisis isn't the villain of your financial life. It can be the push you needed to step out of your comfort zone, change your habits, and build something lasting. The question isn't, how do I avoid crises? But rather, how do I prepare to turn them into stepping stones toward financial independence? Chapter 2. The Investor's Mindset in Times of Crisis. Before thinking about strategies or numbers, it all starts in the mind. How you view a crisis shapes your decisions and, ultimately, your results. Fear paralyzes, but clear vision opens doors. That's why the first step to turning crises into fortunes is developing the right mindset. Great investors share one thing. They don't let headlines or collective panic control them. While most rush to sell, they observe calmly, analyze, and act with discipline. This difference in approach creates unique opportunities. Imagine two people in the same situation. Both lose part of their income. One panics, cuts dreams, and freezes. The other takes a deep breath, reorganizes their budget, and starts looking for new ways to invest. The external environment is the same, but their mindsets create entirely different futures. Adopting an investor's mindset means understanding that crises are cyclical and inevitable. Like the seasons, they always return. The difference is that if you're prepared, the storm can become the most fertile moment to grow. So, before making any financial moves, ask yourself, am I reacting with fear, or am I acting with a long-term vision? Your answer will shape your destiny. Chapter 4. Where the Hidden Opportunities Lie. Every crisis hides treasures visible only to those who look beyond the chaos. While most see only problems, attentive investors spot businesses, assets, and ideas that are undervalued now but can generate wealth in the future. A clear example is the stock market. When companies face sharp declines, their prices drop, but their core often remains solid. Those who buy during moments of panic often see their value multiply when the economy recovers. Another area is local businesses. Many entrepreneurs close their doors in tough times, but some sectors quietly grow. Understanding what people need most during a crisis can reveal golden opportunities to start a business. Hidden opportunities also emerge in changing behaviors. During tough times, people shift their consumption habits. Those who adapt a product or service to these new needs gain a competitive edge. The secret lies in asking the right question. What are people overlooking now that will be essential tomorrow? Those who answer this find opportunities few dare to pursue. Chapter 5. Knowledge. The best investment in times of crisis. If there's one asset that never loses value, even in the worst economic storms, it's knowledge. In times of uncertainty, many give in to panic, but those who seek to learn new skills, strategies, and ways of thinking come out stronger. Knowledge isn't just about studying finance, it's about understanding how the world works. Learning about investments, economics, business management, or even technology opens doors that might go unnoticed in stable times. Take the example of people who, during crises, learned to invest in digital assets, or entrepreneurs who studied online marketing. While some retreated in fear, they prepared for the future. Investing in knowledge is inexpensive compared to the returns it can bring. A book, a course, or even the habit of listening to educational content daily can be the difference between staying stuck in hardship or seizing new opportunities. So, in every crisis, make this choice. Instead of spending energy only on worry, invest part of your time and money in learning. The crisis will pass, but the knowledge you gain will be yours forever. Chapter 6: The Long-Term Game. One of the biggest traps in times of crisis is impatience. Many want quick fixes, immediate results, and instant gains. But the truth is, lasting wealth doesn't come from improvisation. It's the result of a long-term vision. Successful investors know that crises are just chapters in a much larger story. They don't get shaken by temporary ups and downs because they understand time is a powerful ally. When you focus on the long term, every crisis stops being a threat and becomes an opportunity to acquire more assets at low prices. It's like planting trees. It may take years to provide shade and fruit, but the result is permanent. The problem is that many give up too soon. They sell investments at the worst moment, abandon promising projects, and miss the chance to reap rewards later. Patience is the filter that separates those who build wealth from those who regret. So, learn to see beyond the now. Prosperity isn't about quick wins but about building something solid. Those who play the long-term game turn every crisis into a springboard for the future. Chapter 7: The Value of Financial Discipline. In times of crisis, it's not the smartest who win, but the most disciplined. Knowledge is important, but without the discipline to apply it, learning goes to waste. Discipline turns small daily actions into big future results. Financial discipline starts with simple habits: spending less than you earn, avoiding unnecessary debt, and staying consistent with investments. It sounds basic, but these steps protect and strengthen you in turbulent times. Many fail because they seek shortcuts. They want to get rich quick and fall for illusory promises or high-risk investments. Meanwhile, the disciplined, even starting small, build solid foundations that withstand any storm. Think of discipline as a wall. Brick by brick, you build a structure that shields your financial life from the economy's strong winds. The longer you stay consistent, the taller and stronger that wall becomes. Discipline doesn't rely on luck but on daily choices. The sooner you adopt it, the better prepared you'll be to not only survive a crisis but also seize the opportunities that arise. Chapter 8: Innovation. The Path of the Bold. Crises have the power to accelerate change. What seemed distant or unlikely suddenly becomes a necessity. In this environment, innovation flourishes and gives an edge to those who dare to create something new. Many businesses that now dominate the market were born in tough times. Tech companies, digital platforms, and even major retail chains emerged because someone saw a market pain point and offered an innovative solution. Innovation doesn't always mean inventing something entirely new. Sometimes, it's just looking at a common problem differently. A faster service, a more affordable product, a more practical experience. These details win over customers in times of crisis. Those who fear change stay stuck in the past. Those who embrace innovation create space in the future. That's why, in turbulent times, the boldest stand out while many fade away. Ask yourself, what need is emerging now that isn't being well addressed? The answer could be the first step toward turning a period of uncertainty into a financial empire. Chapter 9: Relationships that Generate Wealth. In times of crisis, trying to go it alone can be a fatal mistake. Isolation limits opportunities, while the right relationships open doors that seem invisible. Your network is often more valuable than capital itself. Successful investors and entrepreneurs understand this well. They build connections with people who have knowledge, experience, or resources that complement their strengths. Instead of facing chaos alone, they multiply their chances of success. A simple example: one person may have money but not know where to invest. Another may have the idea but lack resources. When they connect, they create wealth where there were only limitations before. In practice, building relationships means being present in communities, study groups, events, and even casual conversations. These moments spark alliances that withstand crises and thrive when the tide turns. The lesson is clear. Alone you may survive, but with a network, you grow. Strong relationships are bridges to opportunities you'd never find on your own. Chapter 11: Turning Crises into Steps Toward Freedom. We've reached the most important point, understanding that every crisis is an invitation to transformation. What seems like just an obstacle can, in fact, be the step that takes you to a new level of financial freedom. Everything we've covered, mindset, discipline, cash preservation, innovation, and courage, forms a set of tools. They don't eliminate crises, but they allow you to navigate each one stronger and better prepared to prosper. The difference between those who build wealth and those who lose everything isn't the crisis itself, but how they choose to respond. While some freeze in fear, others see hidden opportunities and build the future. Your financial life is like a ladder. Each crisis is a step that can be used to climb or to give up. It's up to you to decide whether you'll stop at the challenges or use them as fuel to grow. Never forget, a crisis is synonymous with change. And change is the essence of progress. If you learn to turn every challenge into a lesson and every difficulty into action, you'll inevitably be on the path to financial freedom. Now that you know the principles for turning crises into fortunes, the choice is yours. Every lesson you've heard here will only have real value if you put it into practice. The future belongs to those who act when others hesitate. Don't wait for the next crisis to catch you off guard. Prepare, discipline yourself, invest in knowledge, and have the courage to act. Remember, every difficulty is an opportunity in disguise, and every step you take today can become the foundation of your financial freedom tomorrow. If this content resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And if you want to keep learning and growing, don't forget to follow our channel. Here, you'll always find tools and inspiration to build a solid financial life. The next chapter of your story has already begun, and it's up to you to write a future of prosperity.